My slidecast presentation is on pit bulls and the negative stereotypes that the media has given them. When people think of pit bulls, they think of muscular, aggressive dogs. However, this is just a stereotype given to the dog through the media's inaccurate portrayal and uneven reporting. The main inaccuracies are that incorrect identification of the breed, false statistics, and fabricated stories, making the dogs seem more dangerous than they really are. Additionally, any attack a pit bull may commit is covered more in the media with a greater emphasis on how violent the dog was rather than any mistakes or taunting from a human that may have caused the attack in the first place. The Merriam-Webster dictionary defines pit bull as a muscular, short-haired, stocky dog, such as an American Pit Bull Terrier or American Staffordshire Terrier, of any of several breeds, or a hybrid with one or more of these breeds. Any dog that looks relatively similar to the description of a pit bull is reported in the media as being a pit bull. The description is so broad that multiple breeds are credited as being pit bulls instead of just the Pit Bull Terrier. For example, commonly confused breeds include the American Bulldog, the Boxer, the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, the Bull Mastiff, and many more. Because it is often a police officer or health professional who do not know how to correctly identify the breed addressing the media after an attack, many different breeds are reported as being pit bulls. Even a trained dog expert making a quick decision without proof besides appearance can inaccurately report the breed of the dog. There are several images of breeds that are commonly confused for being a Pit Bull Terrier on this slide. As we can see, these breeds all have the familiar stocky build and short hair. They also have a push-in snout that is often credited to the Pit Bull. With their similar features, it is understandable how these breeds are often confused as the American Pit Bull Terrier. Another inaccuracy in the reporting of pit bull attacks are the statistics used in these categories. Pit bull bite statistics are often based off of media reports found online, where pit bull type attacks are proven to be reported thousands of times more than the dog bite stories involving other breeds. This is not at all a scientific, objective, or accurate way to get information about these dogs. Additionally, there is a proven bias when it comes to reporting attacks by pit bulls. People skew numbers and lie about the facts to gain support for their personal opinion routinely. The fact that so many breeds are confused as being pit bulls skews the data. They are routinely misrecognized. When so many different breeds are reported as being pit bulls, the amount of fatal attacks committed by the breed becomes exaggerated. It leads to their bad reputation as being aggressive and violent. So although technically pit bulls may have the most fatal attacks of any dog breed, about 30 different breeds of dogs are reported as being pit bulls. Every other breed only has that breed's bite statistics going into these official bite statistics. In reality, it is more likely that pit bulls have less bites than Rottweilers, German Shepherds, and Chows. Bites and attacks are never made without reason. We may not understand or be able to identify why a dog bites, but there is always a reason. The two leading causes are pain and fear. In 2005, at a local animal hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina, a bite report had to be filed when a technician reached into an unconscious dog's mouth to find a source of bleeding. The very ill and sedated dog went into convulsions as a seizure came on, and the technician's skin was broken on her hand when the dog began to seize. You won't find these details on the bite report from 2005, but you will just find that a bite occurred by a pit bull. Dog bite statistics in general are just inaccurate. The American Temperament Society devised a 10-point test measuring aspects of behavior such as stability, shyness, aggressiveness, and friendliness. They also tested their protectiveness towards their owners and their self-preservation in the face of a threat. 30,876 dogs have been tested. They labeled 6 different breeds as pit bulls and lumped them into one category. These 6 breeds had an overall failure rate of 10.3%, which is nearly 7% lower than the average for all other breeds. This shows that correctly found statistics prove that pit bulls do not live up to their violent and aggressive reputation. Newspapers such as the highly acclaimed Times have falsely reported that a pit bull's bite strength is about 1,600 to 2,000 pounds per square inch, close to a crocodile's 2,500 psi. However, in a peer-reviewed and confirmed study by Brandy Barr from National Geographic, it has been proven that a pit bull actually bites at around 235 pounds per square inch. Comparatively, a Rottweiler bites at about 328 pounds per square inch. Unfortunately, a pit bull's bite is really not that impressive and is ridiculous to compare to an alligator. Vicki Hearn, a dog expert whose book about the animal temperament is shown, speaks of her experience with inaccurate reporting. She had been testifying as an expert for a case of a fatal dog bite by a pit bull. She explains that the dog had been taunted by a person at a picnic and decided to bite. He was brought to the hospital for basic care for the minor bite, but later died due to the doctors mishandling the case. Despite this, newspapers reported that a man had died after the dog had tore off his leg. Both photographs and eyewitnesses were able to prove this wrong, but reporters were just looking for a good story. The story was clearly made to attract readers by reporting on a controversial dog breed. This is not an uncommon event, unfortunately. The highly acclaimed U.S. News and World Report ran a headline calling pit bulls the most dangerous dogs in America, which is both vague as well as extremely false. The media will fabricate and fake any story in order to gain popularity in readers. The headlines that were not given any attention include pit bull risks own life to save child or pit bull saves 30 people during the flood. Instead, negative headlines gain attention, fueling the false stories to continue to be created. In 2014, the U.S. National Safety Council showed that your chances of dying by a dog bite are 1 in 116,448. This statistic is similar to that of dying by legal execution, which is 1 in 127,717. You are twice as likely to die by a bee sting than a dog bite. In fact, you are even more likely to die from eating a hot dog with 1 in 3,375 odds than a dog eating you. These are just dog bites, not even specifically pit bulls. This shows that dog bites are rare and nothing to be scared of. However, they do happen. Education is key. Knowing the signs of an angry or scared dog can prevent a majority of attacks because, as stated earlier, there is always a cause. It is also more likely that a non-neutered male dog will attack. If you are not a dog breeder, it is important to neuter your pets for this very reason. Lastly, dogs are a reflection of their owners. If you treat a dog well, it will almost always do the same to you.